ahead and record this, and then you can also find it on the live stream of our Facebook account, Living Well Now. This is our intro to the Young Living business. Something that somebody just asked me this week. They were like, wow, you've been using the products for 13 years? And I said, yes, actually, been using them for 13 years and just started sharing in 2012. Earning a little extra income in part-time hours seemed like a really good idea, and I'll tell you more about my story as we continue on this evening. But very glad that you're joining from wherever you are tonight. If you do have questions throughout the class, you can ask those in the chat, and we will attempt to answer those as we go or at the end. So thanks again for being on with us tonight. And I'm joined by Tamara, who is on 2 accounts right now. You're on your computer and your phone. That's super funny. You've got like the side view and the front view. Super great. She is a busy mama taking her girls to gym is what I'm going to guess is what you were doing tonight. Am I right? Just walked in the door.
Yeah.
But very, very glad that she's going to be able to share a little bit about her Young Living journey and kind of follow along with us and start to learn to teach this class, just like she's learned to teach a lot of other classes. Because one of the most important things we can do in addition to learning about the products is learning how money gets made in this business. And some of you may have come tonight to specifically find that out. And we're going to take a brief look at our compensation plan, what's possible with the Young Living business, and then some of our Living Well Now steps to success to help you launch and get started with the end goal being an income. So to get going tonight, I am going to share a presentation that's open to our members. You can always download this from our website. That information is located in our exclusive Facebook groups. Also, your sponsor or enroller can share it with you. But this is just a look at what typically, how we all kind of start our educational careers at the bright age of 4 or 5. When we went to kindergarten, we knew that we needed to learn certain skills, maybe in school or in trade school, maybe in further education like college or post bachelor's work, in order to get a job, in order to work hard for like 40 years, right? They always say, like, basically by the time you're 25, you're kind of locked into your career. You're going to work at the same place for 40 years and just really put money away for retirement. And then at the magic age of 65, which my high school economics teacher told me there wouldn't be Social Security left for me by that point. And I still have about 23 years left on that, 22 years left on that. But that was the magic age that somehow we were going to receive this bonus check every month and be able to enjoy life, take lots of trips, be retired, not have to work. And unfortunately, what's happened in the last, I would say 20 years, is that people have found themselves at that magic age of retirement on a fixed income, less than they were expecting. They found themselves in declining health, and so they don't have the active lifestyle that they had always dreamed of. And so many times people don't find that the end of their retirement is all that it's cracked up to be. So a friend of mine showed me this a couple of years ago, actually in 2015, and she said, this is where network marketing and the opportunity that you have with comes in. Because truly, when you start to work smarter at whatever age you decide to start that, 20, 25, 30, I started probably really intentionally around 35. You start to work smarter in part-time hours, then at any age you can begin enjoying life on your own terms. And that means earning enough in residual income that you're earning without having to really think about it. We're going to talk about what that means in a subsequent slide. But working smarter is what also is referred to as the 4-year career, committing to a long-term vision of not having a ton of money up front for your efforts, but seeing that residual income after a period of time, after about 4 to 5 years, that you can enjoy. It doesn't mean you have to retire. It doesn't mean that you have to get out of your job, your day job. A lot of people really enjoy what they do. But if you are looking for supplemental income, or you're looking for just a little less stress and anxiety about your paychecks month to month, this may be the option that you're looking for. So what we're talking about today works through trends. So we take really good care of Young Living as our company because Gary set out with a vision 26 years ago, 30 years ago, to get essential oils into every home in the world. And so he decided the best way to do that, the most and most effective way to do that would be through a volunteer workforce, sharing Young Living and inviting people to take a look at the company over time and seeing the company grow. And so as a result, our wellness and beauty industry, this is where our Young Living products fit, is slated to be $1 trillion industry by 2025. So there's lots of money to be made in the wellness and beauty industry. And Young Living offers some really top level solutions with natural wellness with essential oils. We also offer oil infused supplements and nutrition products. Sometimes people don't realize that. Ningxia Red is one of our flagship products we'll talk about later in the class that really helps set people up for success from an internally healthy standpoint. We offer natural household cleaning products, a Savvy Minerals makeup line. We're now offering in the last year CBD, actually a really cool spectrum CBD that has essential oils infused to help it be super effective. And we have products that are formulated for kids, babies, and animals. So really, when you look at our 600 product catalog, there's something for everyone. Young Living's been in business, like I said, it will be celebrating 26 years this summer. We're in multiple countries. We top annually $1.5 billion in annual sales. It's safe to say that business is truly booming and that more and more people are curious, and not just curious, but they're ready for that next step of living the life of their dreams with healthier products. And some of them are looking for an opportunity to make $100 a month in part-time hours, $1,000 a month in part-time hours. And some people find themselves really driven by the idea of making tens of thousands of dollars a month. And I'm really grateful to say that I know people in all of those places, and this volunteer group of people who have just fallen in love with these products are now doing such a great job of sharing them that more and more people are becoming thousandaire earners, which is our special word for somebody who's earning $1,000 a month in residual income that they don't have to trade time for at the end of their network marketing career. They can continue to earn that without having to do a whole lot of work day to day. So I am curious, as we jump into this tonight, what are some of the things that you dream of? What are the things that you prioritize in your life that you think a Young Living income or an income in network marketing can help you build? I'm curious to hear your most visualized ideas. I was just recounting walking on the beach with a friend, and somebody said, that's where I visualize myself, is on the beach. So where is it that you visualize yourself? What is it that you dream of? What could this business, what could this income provide you? And if you'll pop it into the chat, I'm going to have Tamara respond to those if you're going to write those in there. I would love to just know who we've got on the call tonight, what your motivation is, why you think this would be a great start for you or a continuation of your health journey, and what it is that you're looking for to accomplish. Because building your dream is really why anybody gets started with Young Living. You can write it into the chat, and then we can respond to it there as we continue on with our class. I think for me, that was, and as you're sharing yours, my dream was just to buy my kid soccer cleats like when he needed them. And I don't know about you, but I didn't expect to be buying several pairs of soccer cleats in the last 6 years. My kid has grown, inches and feet, and he's needed more different sizes. He's needed different types of cleats. So gratefully, my Young Living income was able to provide that without having to break the bank. I know Tamara's going to tell her story in a little bit as well, but sometimes it's something just as small as not having to stress about an extra pair of cleats every month. 6 years, my kid has grown, inches, or something that people truly want to have. To have that extra freedom, that extra relief that they find. And that took a few years of consistent effort. You're going to see why in just a minute. But now I'm able to do that without a lot of stress. Why network marketing? Tamara, if you want to cut me off at any point, these are like, I think this list is really great. And maybe there are a couple things here that really appeal to you as you were getting started as well. I think especially these first few on top, if you want to just jump into those, I would love to hear you talk about what you've learned about Young Living. Tamara is a senior star headed to executive. She and her husband are growing in this business model as well. So I'm really glad that she's joining tonight to just put her voice in the room and share from a newer builder's perspective what this is like.
Awesome, thanks, Anne. So I grew up with, my mom was in some sort of network marketing business, and I really didn't know what she did, except she had fun and had parties. And so I was like, okay, and it allowed her to stay home while we were in school. Cut to many years later, and I was falling in love with the product, and then I was one of those that instantly knew, like, oh my goodness, this is such a great deal. All of these amazing products for $165, and that's my into a business. Like, it was a no-brainer for me, because as soon as you get your starter kit, you can start building a business. And so that was the first thing that I loved. That there was like no additional startup. I didn't have to have like a closet full of inventory, because my mom did, like back in the day. Like, we'd open the closet and we'd have to search for things, and I never wanted to do that part. So it's nice. So the things that I do have are mine. And if I want to share them with others, I can. And then a huge one was being able to pick and choose who I work with. So I got started from a friend from a gymnastics gym, and we sat and talked for hours while our girls practiced, and then we became coworkers. And so, like, you can't beat that. And we're really good friends. And then I got to travel. Last year I went and visited the farms in Salt Lake for convention, and this company is so amazing because they gift you with opportunities to go to farms worldwide. So that's on my next bucket list. I know Angela has been to many, but being able to go and travel and learn and see where the products come from is just truly amazing. As we said at the beginning, I literally ran in the door from gymnastics practice, so I get to be my own boss. I said, I need to be there at 5. This is me. And so that's always nice too. And so I can pick when I work, because I do have a full-time job as well, so I can work this business alongside with that. So those are some of the benefits why network marketing has been great for myself and my family.
I love that. And the more I've learned about being a business owner too, the tax benefits to working mamas and dads have been huge, because there's so much that you can write off with a home-based business. And so especially right now, as the market is in a recession, we're finding more and more people who are like, how do I save money on my taxes? What does this look like? What would a home-based business offer me? And as long as you're showing, hours toward and efforts toward your business success every single month, you can write off a lot of the expenses of your home and upkeep and mailings and things like that you have going on. So that's a really huge benefit right now. Whereas, investing money has been great, but now it's a little bit down. So really looking at your long-term plan B, what is it that you can do to really be successful by having your own home business? And I also want to mention too, ability to leverage your time, meaning that while I sleep, there are other people who are learning to be distributors. And so I'm earning a paycheck. I wake up in the morning and there are people who have ordered, or there are people who have shared or enrolled others. And it's been a really huge benefit to leverage that time, to not have to just always be on the clock earning my money. I was just having this conversation with my 16-year-old who said, well, I could work at such and such a place between this time and this time, and then I earn this much money. And I said, yeah, or you can set your own hours, charge what you want to charge, and be able to still have your social time as well and work around your schedule. So that ability to leverage time and earn money while you sleep, that residual income, that's the difference between trading time for dollars and trading time for a long-term income source. I'll also just jump really quickly for those of you who have never experienced essential oils. I'd love to hear if that's you today. I'm so curious. I'm so curious to If you've never been to a Young Living class before, make sure you talk to the person who invited you to this one tonight, because we want to make sure you get the best education and the best follow-up possible. But essential oils are basically oils distilled from plants and put into and bottled for use in our bodies. So they're used versatilely, whether it's topically, aromatically. You can see in the diffuser behind me, some of our oils are safe to ingest as well. And they work and function similarly in our bodies the same way they do in plants, keeping our bodies healthy and at that homeostasis balance line. So a lot of people are looking for natural wellness options right now, and essential oils, as cuckoo as they sound, are really, really effective for keeping your body, mind, and spirit healthy. We do have farms all over the world, like Tamara mentioned. I'm really grateful that we have been able to travel as much as we have. Some Young Living sponsored trips, and some our family has chosen to go on just to experience what it's like in the other parts of the world. Our most recent trip was in 2000. I think it might have been 2018, 2017. We were there in Croatia. Young Living was having trouble with their own helichrysum, finding their own great source for helichrysum. So Gary actually found a lot of land in Croatia where it grew really well. And we've actually really benefited the community by coming in there and having a huge yield of helichrysum. And that's a primary ingredient in our Panaway blend. And now we don't have to worry about sourcing, because we have our own farm where we manage the excellence there. Gary Young is our founder. He was a man of discovery and invention and vision. He passed away in the last couple of years. We sadly miss him, but are glad that his successor, Jared Turner, really soaked in a lot of learnings from Gary in the last years of his life. And of course, his partner in crime, Mary, there pictured in the middle, who has always been his right-hand gal, and actually was part of the beginning visions of hand-paying commissions on the floor of their little home, and they're in Utah. And now it's grown to, like I said, $1.5 billion company. We just feel super grateful for the leadership that continues even in Gary's passing. This is my family. We consider ourselves, instead of well, we're network marketing professionals, let's just be honest about that. But we also are kind of health and business coaches. We want to lead people along better journeys toward their financial freedom, as well as their leadership freedom, as well as just personal freedom as well. And so we found that meetups and connections and gatherings, community gatherings, coupled with a really strong system for success, those are the things that have helped people be the most successful in this business. So this point in time, you might be wondering, all right, so get to the bottom of this. How does the business work? How do I actually get paid? How much money can I make? And what do I have to do? So really quickly, I'll teach the circles tonight, Tamara, and then I'll probably have you jump to the next part, which is all about the fast start bonus, okay? And then a little bit on silver bound. We just recently changed that. So if we need to double up, we can bounce back and forth on that one. But the circles, the best way for me to explain the circles to you is seen in this graphic here, where if you just look across the top there in those red circles, that's where you would write down the names of 5 people that you think would join you right away in this business. People who trust you, people who are also interested in health and wellness. They may be people that you know could use a secondary income stream, somebody who is just really committed to better, healthier living. But you would sign them up with a premium starter kit for that low price. Like we said, you would help them get started, get on essential rewards, and they would essentially be ordering $100 a month so that they were getting their personal product. Like Tamara mentioned, there's no inventory to purchase. Everyone's purchasing their own product for their own health journey. So each of those people, you would be ordering your essential rewards order. Those people would be ordering theirs. And in our uni level commission, you make 8% on your first level of leaders. And so that would break down to $40 a month. Now, $40 may not be a lot to sneeze at when you first get started and you're like, oh my gosh, it took everything I had to find 5 people to create that first level. But you'll see how this business grows. This isn't done by sales organizations. This isn't done by regions. This isn't broken down. This is multiple people getting excited excited about the products, getting excited about the opportunities, teaching others about them, and expanding over time. So in that second level, your 5 members now have shared with 5 of their own members who are now ordering an average of 100 PV per month on Essential Rewards. You're earning 5% from those people on the second level, in addition to that 8% that you're earning on the first level, for a total of $165. Now, you've just made back your initial investment of the kit, right? And then some, because you've enrolled those people, which gives you a little extra commission at the beginning as well. Now your business has grown, even with just those 2 levels of business, with those 2 levels, to a senior star level. So you want to write down senior star. That's our first like payout level, really, where people are making a couple $100s a month. We're going to look at the income disclosure here in a minute, and really starting to see benefit to sharing and being part of the business. You get paid 4% on your levels 3, 4, and 5. So if you are familiar with network marketing, sometimes companies don't pay so deep. We pay down to that level 5, 4%. So you can see how the income just grows because your membership grows. Not because you know 625 people, but because the 5 you know knew 5, who knew 5, who knew 5. And soon you can see that exponential growth. Einstein called it the 8th wonder of the world, that compound interest, right? The compounding over time, how that expands and grows to at that level of your 5th level down. Now you're earning, your team has expanded to over 3,000 members. Your volume is over $300,000 per month, and you're still earning that $12,500, 4%, plus that 2,500, plus that 500, plus that 125, plus that 40. So if you see the long-term vision of what's possible when you share with a few, who share with a few, who share with a few, that's where residual income really starts to take off, is at that level 4 and level 5, and beyond, because our businesses grow wide and they grow deep as we go. So Tamara, $40 isn't a lot at the very beginning. So sometimes people get discouraged looking at this slide like, wow, really? That's all I'm going to work for? And so I love following it up with just, again, showing that senior star level, executive level, where you have a volume of 4,000. You're getting paid on all 5 levels down. But most people start to make their money at the beginning with the Fast Start bonus. So will you tell us a little bit more about Fast Start bonus and how that gets paid out?
Yes, I will do my best. So this part, you may have heard if you've talked to some people before, or if your mom or sister or best friend gets their kit, then Young Living sends you a $50 thank you check. So this is kind of, where does that $50 come from? And it's pretty awesome because, to be honest, I didn't know this for a little bit until I came to one of these classes, obviously, that I learned. But $25 is the actual bonus. And so that's where you're getting like, thank you from Young Living. The other $25 is actually the commission that you're making off of the starter kit. And the reason you get that is because Young Living gifts you 25% commission for the first 3 months that person has been on your team and ordering. So it's awesome because you start with the $50 thank you, right? But then the next month, once you've introduced your new team members and your friends to the Thieves Cleaner and the Nixia Red and replacing some of those products, when they make their order the next month, you're earning 25% of that order instead of the 8% that we talked about in the previous slide. So it's really awesome because you want to share, because you want your family, your friends, everybody to be using these products, but then it's also nice because you get that compensation from Young Living as well. So that's how that Fast Start bonus works. So it's really important to work with new people and show them all the things that they can get from Young Living, and they can start making those positive switches to the better products in their home. Right.
Oh my gosh, that was genius. Thank you for breaking it out like that. That made so much sense. And I'm so glad you said that because, 8% at the, on your first level, not until month 4 do you start earning that 8%. In months 1, 2, and 3, that's why getting on Essential Rewards at the very beginning sign up is so key, because you're still going to earn 25% commission for those first couple of months. So awesome breakdown of that. It's also really great to teach people how to enroll somebody else, because when your first level folks enroll their own friends and family, then you also get a 10% commission based on their first order. So if they order a premium starter kit, say I enrolled Tamara and Tamara enrolled Mark, I would earn $10 because Tamara enrolled Mark, not even because I know him, but because I taught her how to enroll him. So that's another bonus and benefit with the Fast Start bonus that Young Living offers. So great payouts right at the very beginning. The latest bonus structure that Young Living has just released this spring is called Silverbound. And do you want to be put on the spot and do this one, or do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, let's do it. So this is another great bonus that Young Living has offered anyone who's looking at maybe even starting a business, or just wants to have some fun and enroll some of their family and friends and just getting started. So with and you'll have to help me with the time frames, but with Star is the first level, and it's super exciting because it's like really just like the first step into the business part of this. And you earn the level of Star with a 500 OGV, so overall group volume. So you and your team have reached 500 PV. And so with this bonus, you want to help people become stars, right? Who doesn't want to become a star? So you will enroll your friends, and then they will enroll a friend, and that leg of your business now has 200 PV. Okay, so that's and then the same thing with the other side. You will enroll another friend, and they enroll a friend. Remember the circles, and now that leg has 200 PV, and then you have your own order, and you've reached this $50 bonus. So Young Living will gift you that bonus. And there's different steps to each level as you progress through the rankings. And so for Senior Star, you get 3 months to hit Senior Star. Yes. Okay. Yes. And that's again with the circles. So you have, this circle that you've already helped grow to Star, and now you're going to have this leg have 500 OGV. So now your friend is a star. And then you have another leg there. And you have an overall in all of your team, all of your circles, a 2,000 PV. And so you'll get $250 bonus. Boom. How exciting is that? That's like, I don't know what, $250 for me could do a lot. So it'd be interesting to hear, like, what would you do with your 250 and so forth. So again, it's just a way for Young Living has structured to help us build a successful business and build out those circles, and then we get bonuses when we reach those.
So cool. And I'll just throw out there that if you started, say you got your kit last month in May, to this month, that counts as your first month to hit Star. So you really want to work this month in June to hit Star so that you qualify for that $50 bonus. If you miss that, it doesn't mean you can't get it next month. It just means you won't get the bonus because you didn't do it in the 2-month time frame. So once you hit Star, then from that moment, you have 3 months to hit Senior Star. So I was just talking, so again, if you got your account last month, that counted as month 1. This is month 2 to hit Star for the extra $50. That's in addition to the Fast Start bonus we were talking about earlier. And then after you hit Star this month, now you have July, August, and September to hit Senior Star to earn the extra $250. And then from there, you have 3 more months to hit Executive. So it just helps keep, for those of you who like structure, this is a very great way to see the structure. But those of you who like money, it's a great way to add on some bonus money to your basic paycheck as you're getting started. So awesome job with that too. The disclosure statement that we're looking at is the 2018 annual income disclosure statement. If you'll notice there in the middle, there's an average of people who have earned at various levels. So earlier I said that average senior star, or the average star, is making a couple $100 a month. A senior star is making $1,551. Sorry, that's annual. That's not monthly. We changed this because we want to be in compliance with the FTC. So I'm getting used to new numbers here. So $1,551 as a senior star for an annual income, executive at that $3,800 average, and then silver at $15,000. So you can see the big jump between executive and silver. That's why we're really focused on ranking thousandaires, and our whole Ignite system is intended to help people stay on track to get to that silver rank and really see their businesses grow and blossom at that silver level. I'm curious, as you look at this statement, is there a particular rank that you think would change your life? Like, what is the rank that would change your life? Is it, maybe a couple $100 a month? Is it a few $1,000s a month? Is it that $1,000 level? What is it for you that really gets you on fire? Start thinking about what that is, couple it with that dream that you had at the beginning, and start making it happen. I'm just going to tell my story really quickly about making a living doing this, because I think sometimes people think, oh, it couldn't happen for me. And I was one of those people. I really thought, oh, I'll just be the one who's, getting paid enough every month to earn enough to pay for my son's cleats. He just walked in the door, probably with his cleats. Just kidding. But what do you have? It's a box of something else. Anyway, he's filling up the dog food. Okay. So thank you. So, but what I want to share about is I was, in 2012, a newly single mom working as a teacher who did need a little extra padding at the end of every month to just make ends meet. And so Young Living was that few $100s a month was going to make the difference between extracurricular activities and no extracurricular activities. What I soon realized, the more I started sharing about the business, is that it was going to be possible as my business grew and my sales team grew, our volume grew, and I knew that I would be able to, in just a few years' time, that work smarter piece, I was able to resign from my teaching job and just bring in enough money as a gold level leader to support my family without having to leave home. So I started working from home in 2015 while the kids were at school, being able to, get them on the bus in the morning, get them after school, get lunches around, be home, be that, chauffeur, driving, mama, all the places, has been a huge help to my family over the last 5 years. And it has been an opportunity to just see my income grow as my business has flourished and more people are realizing that they can benefit from this as well. And that's what gets me most excited, is really helping see the vision for other mamas and other families, to help them earn enough to not have the stress in their lives like I was feeling in my own life. It's just such a benefit to everyone to see more people be successful. So that's what's driven me these last few years, especially, is just bringing up new leaders, teaching them, showing them how the money gets made so that they can turn around and do the same thing for their friends and family as well. So that, in a nutshell, is my quick business story, and how grateful I am looking back now that we've had the opportunities that we've had along the way. So very, very grateful for that. Oh, whoops, I started changing my slide before I shared it with you. Sorry. I was like in my own little slideshow over here. So speaking of my family, this is a picture of them. This is, my mom is actually the one who introduced us to the product when my kids were little. And we started really doing the business together in 2012, 2013, and really saw our businesses expand in the last few years. We find that duplication is the best way to your success. So not reinventing the wheel, but staying clear on the things that are already offered, and just plugging into them can make all the difference in your business success as well. This is our quick power start recommendation to those of you who are on the call today. I know from your names on the call that some of you have created your account already with your premium starter kit. You've jumped on Essential Rewards. What I don't know is if you've had an opportunity to let your friends and family know that you're doing this business and that you invite them to take a look, and this is a company that you have started to trust. How are you going to announce that, whether through Facebook or an email or a letter or a phone call to a handful of them to help get you started with your business? That's where you start to create that active candidate list, those contacts that you have that want to know more about the business. It's great to put 100 names down on paper. I think Tamara will be the first to tell you that that's a little daunting. So even if you start with 30 and you start with 10 people that you know are really interested in the health products, 10 people that you know would be interested in the money side of things and the opportunity, and then 10 people that you know that you would just love to work with. Going back to what Tamara said about people that you enjoy spending time with and you want to connect to, I think those are great ways to get that candidate list started. And then start to make it happen in your calendar. Schedule those classes on your calendar, either plugging into the ones that we're already having or working with your sponsor to put your own so that you can kind of design that for yourself in your focus for launching your business. And every month we kind of launch our business because we start back at 0 every single month. So it's an opportunity every single month to get started again. And really the last thing, I think it's probably the first thing that we should do is really start listening to people about their needs and really find out what it is that would help benefit them in the long run. Tamara, tell us a little bit about what comes in the starter kit. You said earlier it's $165. You were so amazed when you got yours, and I know you're a huge fan. Just in brief, in general, I know we're not doing a full 101 class right now, but just tell us a little bit about why get the oils kit and get started.
Awesome. So I love every single product in here, and I tell people that I seriously use them daily. And kind of connecting that to the business opportunity is I really didn't think, like, at first I would be like, oh, I don't want to tell everybody. But then, sitting at gymnastics, I'd be like, oh, I have this here. You want to use it? And I just, so it just kind of happens naturally. I think if you have your products and you're loving them, you're probably like sitting there shaking your head. Yes, I totally do the same thing. So I love that there are oils there for sleep support or just emotional support, peace and calming and stress away, lavender. Everyone in our family uses those. And throughout the day, like you get a boo-boo, the little ones know, go grab lavender and get that skin support. Digestion support has also been huge in our home. And so Digest is one that we reach for often. And thieves, I just love smelling thieves. And so I put it in the diffuser all the time. And I have become a person who cleans my countertops like nonstop. And I definitely wasn't. And it's kind of sad to admit that. But we just keep it on the counter because we love to have a clean kitchen and the smell is also great too. So the thieves spray is great. I slip it into my pocket when I go to the grocery store and I spray it down the shopping carts. We spray it on our hands. So it's just very versatile product that comes in the kit. The diffuser is always on, like pretty much 24 hours a day. And so that has replaced all like the toxic candles that we used to have that are not safe when you have little ones running around anyway. And so these 12 oils have genuinely changed my family's life for the better. And so I could go on and on, so I probably should stop, but ask any questions if there's something that if you recently got yours and you're like, I have no idea what to do with this, we can help you. And we can also plug you into some upcoming classes too that will help just further your education, because if you don't know, you don't know. And so we want to, this community is all about helping and teaching and educating too. So you get that with the starter kit as well.
I love that, Tamara. Thank you so much. Today I was actually at a dentist office and I don't know if I breathed in like the cleaning spray, but I had to cough. And it's so hard and awkward to cough now in public places because people think, oh my gosh, but I literally couldn't, like it was stuck in my throat. And I was thinking, gosh, I'm just not used to really tough cleaners, like, harsh toxic chemical based cleaners, because I use thieves here. So I can totally relate to that spraying down the cart stuff that you're doing as well. This is Ningxia Red. This is a bottle. These are bottles of Ningxia Red. We talked about this earlier today about our flagship product. I order this every single month on my Essential Rewards because it floods my body and my family's bodies with natural antioxidants that help fuel it. A lot of friends that I have talked about the energy boost that they get from Ningxia Red. I also drink the Nitro, which has a little bit of caffeine in it, and that tends to help me get through a day without having to drink coffee on a daily basis. That is my goal, is not to have to be addicted to coffee. I don't know why that's my goal, but it's my goal. But Ningxia Red, we're starting a challenge in July. So if you are part of our team and you want to get started with a healthier habit, this is the way to get started. And I think July is a great month to do it because we're halfway through the year. We all need a boost to our immune systems. And golly, if Ningxia Red isn't the best way to just flood your body with the right things at the right time. So you'll see more about that in our exclusive Facebook group. I also mentioned Essential Rewards a few times already. Essential Rewards. Go ahead, Tamara. Take it away. Surprise.
Awesome. So Essential Rewards is something to really understand when we're working with new potential people on our team. We are not a company that you have to order monthly, but there's so many benefits to doing so. So it's good to make that clear, because some people think that then you're locked in forever, and it's not. But our job, and what I find fun, is to show them why they actually want to be on Essential Rewards. And so for the first 3 months, you earn 10% back of your purchase. So if you order 100 PV, then you're getting 10 PV points back. And I love talking to people, because people are so different about their points that they earn back. Some people hoard them all and watch them pile up, and then they go on a big shopping spree. And then some people are like, oh, I have 30 points. Okay, I'm gonna spend them now, and then I'm gonna spend my next points. So it's awesome because you have the choice on how and when you spend them. And it's just free money, so that's always fun. From months 4 to 24, you earn 20% back. And then when you are with Young Living on Essential Rewards for 24 months, you're earning 25% back. A quarter of what you're purchasing comes back to you, basically in free products. So I just think that no other, monthly thing do you get that. And so the bonus too is you get free gifts at months 3, 6, 9, and 12. And I thought, I'm going to remember when they're coming. I never remember. And then it's Christmas and you get something for free. So that's always fun too. Big thing to remember is that you can choose to, yeah, right, Mark? Exactly. You can choose when this comes for you. So some months I'm I need all of this right now. So I put my order in on the 1st. And then some months I'm I'm not really sure. I need it to speak to me. And then I put it in later in the month too. So the flexibility of it, I think, is really important to share with others. And then the idea that we can start swapping products that we previously thought were fantastic, and now we know better, and we can switch those out. So we have removed everything from the kitchen sink, bottom of there, and it's thieves, and that's it. We purchased our laundry detergent, our toothpaste, my makeup. Now I don't feel bad when I toss the makeup to my girls if they want to play and dress up, because I know that it's not it's just something that's gonna up their wellness instead of bring it down. So showing people and explaining what are some things that they can ditch from their house and replace with Young Living products, and then you're buying from your own store. I'm buying dishwashing soap, and I'm getting points back to get, maybe fun items or necessities. So definitely important.
Love it. Love it. And as a business builder, you want to be earning all those commissions and bonuses. So you want to have a minimum purchase of 100 PV per month for your orders. And like Tamara said, you can change that to be any products that you want. You can change the date of it. It's a great way to flip things out. We are encouraging people in June to get their orders in before next Wednesday, just because of convention coming. We don't want anybody's orders to have, get placed way behind, because convention is coming and people are going to be ordering extra new products that are being released next week. In closure today, this is a quote that we like to focus on for our team in particular, is about serving others. When we serve more people, the money comes in. Truly in network marketing, the choice, the opportunity is in the connection with other people, the relationships that we build, and the ways that we honor one another. And so when we do that well, and we listen and we help people reach their health goals as well as their financial goals, we can feel good about a job well done and feel like we're living into our purpose. And so I'm very, very grateful for how we've been able to help others live their healthiest lives through Young Living and our Living Well Now team and community. So our Ignite system is fully in place. We have a business group that people can learn daily about how to build their business. We have resources. We have challenges every few months. Right now we're in the middle of a summer hustle challenge, and a lot of you may be interested in joining that as well. So please reach out to your sponsor and enroller. All of these events and activities and free things that we give away all lead up to our big event in February of each year. We get together here locally in Glendale, Arizona, and have an Ignite event, really just focused on building community as well as our skills and personal development to become the best leaders that we can become. In closure, we are super grateful about convention coming next week. That's the next big event. If you have not gotten information about Young Living's Grand Convention, you can find that in our product users group. We also have a special Facebook group just for convention goers. We will have some more Zoom meetings next week here in this Zoom room, so stay tuned for more information about that. And Tamara Renier, thank you for being an incredible co-host tonight. Not bad for just having printed out the script. You are a teacher by trade, and if you have more to share about your business story, I'd love to end with that, just as a closure piece, because you told us a little bit about your mom, but tell us what you're most excited about as you build your business as a working mama.
So I am an educator, and I love my full-time job, and I think that the best thing about this is that I can make both work. And I am actively growing a team and excited to see when I get to talk to people how they're using their products and how it's changed their lives. And the joy that comes from those conversations is really what keeps me going. I love the income disclosure document because I saw that, and that's when I was like, yes, I'm in. But I had no idea that all those other emotions and connections would happen. We are so dedicated to this that my husband has now joined the team. Our Thieves kit arrived, and we were super excited for that opportunity. And he's been a running mate with me this whole time because I'd asked him questions for opinions and what do you think? And so now it's official, and we're growing it as a family. And my girls will be like, hey, you should use this, and telling their friends. So it's definitely a family thing over here in our house. And it just makes me excited to be able to share that with more and more people, and friends and family and their friends and family and so on. So it's exciting.
And it's carrying on that vision that Gary and Mary started in a tiny little house in Utah, 30 years ago, just deciding that oils needed to be in every home in the world, and changing people's lives mattered more to them. And so why have a big advertising budget when you can pour into your people through network marketing? So again, Tamara, thank you so much for co-hosting tonight. Thank you for all of you for joining. Mark, thanks for your kind comments in the chat. And we'll look forward to seeing you online at other events, or maybe even in person eventually. Take care, everyone.